Coco Gauff suggests why she's playing so well at the Miami Open this year. Coco Gauff's run to the Miami Open finals is her best ever performance at the tournament, which takes place in her home state. The Boca Raton native never reached past the fourth round at the Miami Open prior to the 2026 tournament. Gauff plays Aryna Sabalenka in the Miami final as she looks to lift the fourth WTA 1000 trophy of her career. Ahead of the titanic clash between the two top players, Gauff has explained why her form has been so good in Miami. Coco Gauff highlights home field advantage at the Miami Open. Gauff put in her best performance against Karolina Muchova in the semifinal, which ended in a dominating 6-1 victory for the American. Asked about her increased level at the Miami Open, Gauff put most of it down to her home field advantage. "I think it could be because I am at home, and also I know I haven't played well in the past, so there are no high expectations. I'm not here thinking it's a tournament where I've played very well. Well, if I don't do well, it's another year where I have to learn. But I think being at home is the support. When I lost here last year, honestly, I lost and went home and was okay with my family." Gauff also declared her form far better at this year's Miami Open than it was when she was defeated in the fourth round last season. "I think that's one of the things I was thinking about this year. One of the goals was to be more consistent, and I definitely had some tough tournaments this year. But it's better than last year, and I think that comes from evolving in my game and trying to make my game sound better. I said before this year that I felt like I was practicing well and was waiting to make that click in my game." Gauff's appearance in the Miami Open final will be her 15th WTA Tour level final, 11 of which she has won. Coco Gauff has the chance to extend a remarkable WTA record. Gauff faces an almighty test against world number 1 Sabalenka, but history dictates that she should be the favorite. To date, Gauff has reached 9 hardcourt finals, and she is yet to lose a single one, so it could spell danger for Sabalenka. Coco Gauff's brilliance at this year's Miami Open feels less like a sudden surge and more like the unfolding of something long in the making. Watching her glide across the court, there's a sense that every movement, every decision, is backed by a deeper clarity, one that comes from growth not just as an athlete, but as a competitor who understands herself. One of the most striking elements of Gauff's performance is her composure. In previous seasons, moments of pressure sometimes seemed to rush her, pushing her into errors or tentative play. But in Miami, she appears anchored. Big points are no longer battles against nerves. They are opportunities. This shift suggests a maturity that goes beyond technique. It reflects a player who has learned how to sit comfortably inside high expectations, both her own and the world's. Her serve, once seen as a vulnerability, has transformed into a quiet weapon. It may not always dominate with sheer power, but it sets the tone of rallies more effectively now. There's intention behind placement, variation, and rhythm. It's as if she's speaking a more refined language on court, less about force, more about precision. That improvement doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of hours of disciplined repetition paired with a willingness to confront weaknesses head-on. Equally compelling is her movement. Gauff has always been fast, but in Miami, her speed feels purposeful rather than reactive. She's not just chasing balls, she's anticipating them. This subtle difference changes everything. It allows her to turn defense into offense seamlessly, flipping rallies in a single stroke. Opponents who think they've found an opening suddenly find the point slipping away. Another layer to her success lies in her tactical awareness. She's constructing points with patience, resisting the urge to finish too quickly. There's a chess-like quality to her matches now. She probes, adjusts, and waits for the right moment to strike. This strategic discipline suggests a player who trusts the process rather than chasing immediate results. Off the court, there's an argument to be made that Gauff's evolving identity plays a role as well. She's no longer just the teenage prodigy who stunned the tennis world. She's an established presence navigating fame, responsibility, and ambition. That transition can be turbulent, but in Miami, it appears to have settled into something empowering. Confidence, in her case, doesn't look loud. It looks steady. The Miami Open itself might also be contributing to her performance. Playing on home soil often brings a unique blend of comfort and motivation. The crowd energy, the familiarity of conditions, and the sense of representing something larger than oneself can elevate an athlete. For Gauff, that environment seems to amplify her focus rather than distract from it. There's also a creative freedom in her game right now. She's experimenting, changing pace, mixing spins, and embracing variety. This willingness to innovate suggests she's enjoying the game, not just enduring it. And joy, in sports, can be a powerful catalyst. It loosens tension, sharpens instincts, and opens the door to moments of brilliance. Ultimately, Gauff's success at this year's Miami Open feels like the convergence of multiple threads: technical refinement, mental resilience, strategic intelligence, and personal growth. None of these elements alone would be enough to explain her form, but together, they create a player who is not just performing well, but evolving in real time. What makes it especially exciting is the sense that this may not be her peak. It may simply be her next step. And if Miami is any indication, that journey is far from over.